It's Tuesday and I'm back out on the Willoway docks. Let's take a walk through the dock and look at these gorgeous plants. First up here, we're looking at double knockout roses. You can see that the buds, blooms are looking great. Here we have Sambuca's black lace, and these have been trimmed back. They flushed out. You see that new growth, and they're going to get that deep, rich color to them. And these are beautiful tree gallons. Pulled one of the Itea Little Henry out, and I really like Itea Little Henry, especially because it stays nice and short and compact. You get gorgeous color. The flower and the fall color is stunning with this rich reds. Here we have some 3-gallon Annabelles. That's a real popular one for landscape. You can see, I'll come in there, you can see they're budded up. They're just starting to form buds here. Beautiful trees. Ginger Annabelle. We have Cotinus, that's Winecraft Black. And on the left we have Ligustrum Vickery. You can see that nice new growth on the Ligustrum Vickery is starting to really get some nice color. And on the Winecraft Black, they finished flowering for the most part, but that nice dark color is awesome. We're looking at red pillar. We have purple pillar, red pillar, and these are some plants I showed you last week in the video, and gorgeous 3 gallons here loaded with buds. Here we're looking at Deutzia. These are Yuki cherry blossom, and typically this is a spring blooming plant, but a lot of folks are getting some landscape installations done. Fantastic plant that gives you a nice shape, beautiful spring raspberry pink flowers, and this is a nice crop here. These are 2 gallons. Can you believe that? So as we're looking, we talked about roses and the split trims, and you can see, these are drift reds and 2s, loaded with flower buds here. You can see more of the roses. We've seen the double knockouts. So no shortage of roses, and those are bloomed right up until frost. A couple crops of Budley are coming in. This one's Miss Molly, and you can see this is a new crop. Look at all those buds. A lot of plants in the landscape are on the end of the bloom cycle. So with this new crop flushing out, you could add some more color to your garden. Check out the Budley. Well, again, another Budley variety here. This is part of the Pugster series. This one has shorter stature to it. No lack of flower though. Boy, these have big, huge blooms to it. Has a nice short stature for smaller gardens, or maybe in the forefront to add some color. Coreopsis, this one is Goldilocks. Again, a lot of buds and blooms. Looking at another great Coreopsis, bud and bloom. This is Creme Brulee. I'm going to show you some anemones, but this one is Anemone canadensis. This is a native in the American Beauties program. Nice, big, heavy, full plants. This one I have a white bloom, and you can see here they're just starting to flower. And again, those will start to flower here and go right into frost. This is Anemone canadensis. We've seen sedum for a few weeks now, and they just continue to give. They love this heat. They do great in containers, great in the landscape, and look at the amount of buds. There's another one of our newer crops. This is Nepeta. This one's Walker's Low. Look at that nice size to it. Nice, big, heavy 19-centimeter plants. Ready to go for your landscape. Up here we have some Hydrangea Eclipse. And this one really has got that nice, rich, dark color. Not a lot of flowers to them. They'll kind of sporadically bloom right now, but man, I just got to show you. Look at that rich, deep, dark color. Hydrangea Eclipse, 3 gallons. So this one is Clematis paniculata, or fall blooming clematis. And if you see here, these are gorgeous plants, loaded with flower buds. These are really going to start to show up in the landscape here. We got a great plant, great price on them. Be sure you check these out. Clematis paniculata. That 2-gallon drift, and again, more of the knockouts. The one with the red there, that is Miracle on the Hudson, and it has an outstanding new growth with a deep dark burgundy. They're going to set bud here soon. Looking at Euonymus gaieties. Look at that 2-gallon plant. Well, that's a value. And there we see some Nephofia. We got several colors of that. We're coming down to Plumbago. That's a great low growing perennial. It has some nice purple flowers to it. And then we'll spin over there. Of course, you see more Buddleia. And then we come down here. We have Geranium Roseannes. Budded up, looking good. Fantastic color on the hack and the loyal grass. This one is all gold. Again, Provoskia is another great summer color plant. You got the great texture, silver blue foliage, and these nice lavender purple flowers. This one is Provoskia Little Spires. Looking at the buds and blooms, this is Coreopsis Little Bang Goldilocks. And there we're looking at Heuchera Purple Palace. Again, nice rich purple foliage there. Coming down here, again, Budleias have been hot. Don't miss out on these. Boy, I wish you could smell the fragrance on these too. So here we're looking at Achillea. And we have some, you know, the crops are rotating. So you see some that do have flowers. And these are just starting to set bud. So Achillea is another great summer color plant. Loves the heat. Look at the great size and color, buds and blooms. That is Salvia marcus. See the flowers starting to come up. This is Lavender Sensational in the pteropods. Exceptional value. You know, you can enjoy these out on the patio and then plant them in the garden. Don't miss out on these. These are a great value. Lavender Sensational in the pteropod. Several varieties of the perennial hibiscus. You know, and these are blooming in yards right now, but again, we have rotational crops coming out. You can see the buds on these. We're enjoying these in the gardens now, and these will bloom for some time to come. These are huge flowers, guys. They're really going to set off your landscape or displays. This one is Hydrangea Wee White. So it's an Annabelle type, as you can see. Nice, short-statured plant. You know, if you don't have a place for a full-size hydrangea, this one would fit the bill. These are budded up. They're looking good. Hydrangea Wee White. We have some Syringa Bloomerang Dark Purple. Again, these are new crops here coming out. You can see the nice shape and size to them. And coming over here, we're looking at oak leaves. Those are jet trails. Seen a lot of these on the dock this season. This one is our 3-gallon New Gen Freedom. These are going to sell fast. A pallet of these just came in. These are Itea Little Henry. We have several varieties of Itea, and if you're looking for a fall color plant, Itea is definitely your plant to look at. It stays much shorter, more compact than the burning bush. So if you're in a tight space, Itea is your plant for red fall color. See, a pallet of these just came in. These are 7-gallon Taniyuki-yamas. Again, great value on these 7s and much larger ones. If you're looking for some 20s, we have those as well. So be sure to check those Japanese maples out. Great value for those. So I know Thad's going to talk about these on his video and his Growers Insights, but I thought I'd show you these on the dock. These are those 25-gallon green giants. Look at the nice size and shape of those. What a statement. Trees just came in. We had the Serena Dark Purple tree form, and then we had the 7-gallon Limelights. And you can see here they're just starting to open up on the buds. Going to give you some great color. Several varieties of Rudbeckia now showing some great color. And then in the background there, we're looking at Japanese bloodgrass. Outside the dock here, we're looking at some of our stock D&D. You know, and it's still early for thinking about digging as far as deciduous here, but we do have some stock above ground that you should consider. Thad had showed and talked a little bit about heleniums in the past, and this is Mariachi Salsa. And you can see the buds are just starting to open up here. These are going to give you a lot of great color for late summer and early fall. Helenium, Mariachi Salsa. Here we're looking at some Phlox paniculatas, and this is part of the Flame Pro series. Here we have purple and baby doll. And you can see here the buds are just starting to open on them. They're nice short plants. You know, the guys did a great job growing these, and these are looking fantastic. Here we're looking at Heuchera. These are Carmels. We have several varieties of Heuchera. Again, fantastic plant to mix in with your seasonal plants in a pot or to plant them in your landscape. I know that Thad's going to talk about these this week in his video and give you a little more updates, but these are great looking plants here. This is Sarracenia, bugbat, or pitcher plant. And you can see here, nice, big, heavy, full plants. Good value. Getting a little rain right now, which is good for us, and just wanted to show you. And then another Deutzia. This one's Chardonnay Pearls. And you can see this gorgeous chartreuse color would light up that dark space in your garden. Big, nice 2 gallons here. Chardonnay Pearl. Another great value. These are the 5-gallon green gem boxwood. Here's another plant to put on your list is asters. You can see here we got great looking plants loaded with buds. This would go great with those fall color plants and a lot of seasonal color. I just had to stop here and show you these Coreopsis creme brulees. I mean, these are gorgeous plants, heavily budded, a lot of nice color. Coreopsis creme brulee. Here we're in a house that has some Roost Grollo, and you know, a lot of guys again are doing commercial work right now. We got a great crop of 3 gallons. You can see here the trim, shape, tight. They're looking good. This is a very resilient plant, used a lot in commercial landscaping. I think Dad's talking about dark rose curtain call anemone, and I just wanted to show you the straight pink. And you know, he's got several crops of these anemones that are looking fantastic. You know, those growth regulators, as he's going to describe to you, keep them short, stocky, strong stems, and loaded with buds. We're looking at anemone. This one is September Charm, and this one comes out a little bit later, hence the name. And you can see nice, big, heavy, full plants, but you know, you could time your garden so you got something in color all the time. This is a great option, Anemone September Charm. Here we have hay-scented ferns. I think Dad's going to talk a little bit about these, but they got a sensational crop. Again, this is a great native plant in American Beauties. Very sought after. We got a gorgeous crop here, hay-scented ferns. It's a quick walk through the dock. You know, we've got a lot of great perennials, shrubs, trees. Be sure to give it the sales team. Geez, I hope I load my truck for you.